Good afternoon. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me here today. I come into your space this time of day to discuss the topic or subject of humbleness. What does it really mean to be humble? You see, most of us, when we hear the word humble, the one thing or the first thing that comes to our minds are people who are wearing clothes that their ancestors should be wearing. People who are wearing oversized jackets, people who are wearing dresses that should have been worn in the 1980s and 70s, people who are walking in a very apologetic way. But is that what it really means to be humble? Let's take a look at the word humble to get a deeper understanding of what it means to be humble. Now, the word humble is gotten from a Latin word that is known as humus. The word humus is a word that means dirt. Dirt simply means the stuff that we step on, the soil of the ground. That is dirt. That is what the word humus means, and that is where the word humble was gotten from. Now, why would they get the word humble from the word humus? Now, the definition of humble that we have is not simply matching with where the word humble came from. Okay, so let's try to see where all this is coming from. In Genesis chapter 2, we find God coming down from heaven to earth. Before I go anywhere, that process alone of God coming down from heaven to earth simply means that there's no man who is superior to anyone, because no one, get me right on this one, no one was created using heavenly stuff. All of us were created using dirt. So God came down to earth, created a man out of the dust of the ground. And when he had created the man out of the dust of the ground, he breathed, I don't know how you pronounce that word, into the man the breath of life, a part of himself he gave to the man. And after the breath was given to the man that was created using the dust, that man became a living soul. So, what do we find in Genesis chapter 2? We find that man was created using two things, one of lesser value, the other of the highest value. Let's try to break it down. Let's break it down and see where all this is coming from. So, the one thing that God used to create that is of lesser value is the dirt. I don't know what you know about dirt and stuff, but what I know about dirt is that there's no one, get me right on this one, there's no one who can exchange gold for dirt. There's no one who can exchange diamonds for dirt. There's no one who can exchange any precious stone that you may think of for dirt, because dirt is just something of lesser value. What is the second thing that God used to create man? The second thing that God used to create man is a part of himself, a part of God that is in us. He breathed, oh, that word I don't know. He breathed into our nostrils the breath of life, which is a part of himself. That part is what keeps us alive. When that part is separated from this body that we have, this body that I have, gone, I'm dead and never to be remembered. Here's where the concept of humbleness now comes in. When you are rich, you are Elon Musk, you have all the resources, you are a billionaire, you are a millionaire, you have the money, you have the cars, you have the home, you have the what. When you have that, if you can treat people below you with respect and treat them like human beings, then you are said to be humble. It doesn't mean that when you are rich, you have to appear poor for you to be called humble. When you are rich, my guy, just wear whatever you want. As long as you're treating people with respect and treating them with the respect that they deserve, treating them like people, not treating them like animals or something, then you are humble. If you think of yourself as a human being who has dirt and the Spirit of God in him, and not like some God or a mini God on your own, then you're said to be humble. Now, for you guys who are below, like you who don't yet have the resources, who don't have money yet, you're not supposed to appear to be apologetic in life, the way you walk, the way you talk. Being humble is not all that. Being humble is just being yourself. You are dirt and you have the Spirit of God in you. Just be yourself. Be confident. Walk unapologetically. Speak in a very confident tone. Don't speak like a leader and no, don't use that tone. That tone is for weak people. It's making you weak. You have to appear strong because you're not inferior to anyone, you're not superior to anyone. All of us are equal. If it means to be humble, just be humble. Treat people the same, the way you would want them to treat you. Look at Jesus, for instance. Jesus was the most humble person we see, but do you see Jesus walking in a very apologetic tone? No. Do you see Jesus speaking in a very apologetic tone? No. Why? Because Jesus was himself, but still he treated people the way they were supposed to be treated, like people. So if you can get that right, then we can move things together. That being said, if you have any thoughts or any comments, if you disagree with me, make sure to comment in the comment section below so that we can learn together. That being said, keep becoming. See you at the top. Future looks bright. Bye bye.